What is up, everybody? My name is Danny,
And I'm Aly.
and we're going to talk to you a little bit about the updates of Kick, Twitch, YouTube. Things have changed a lot in the last couple days, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it.
Yes, obviously it's going to be a little bit of a surprise, but opinions do change with the more knowledge that we gathered on the situations. Danny and I like to stress that you need to hear other people out. You don't have to agree with their opinions, but you need to listen. And we've been listening to others. So our views have kind of changed on the situation as well as the information that we gathered. So
I
first,
wouldn't say they changed. I still am kind of in a spot where I was yesterday, or 2, 3, 4, 5 days ago, right? But I would say that actually being open and communicating with people and kind of consuming as much knowledge as possible from different people and their different point of views, it kind of broadens your thoughts
yes.
and allows you to kind of think a little bit more critically and more, you know, again, trying to focus on making the best decision for you, right?
So let's start with the big kicker. Last time we stressed
I
about.
see what you did there with the kicker and the kick.
I've been on to my puns lately.
Yeah, you have been doing
Let's
pretty
talk
well.
about how we were enticed about the $16 an hour for Kick. So you just came with new information telling me that.
There were saying that was an internet troll. It was not a snippet from a contract or anything from Kick. Kick does have a structure that is coming out similar, that you will be paid hourly. But again, it's not just to one viewer, you get $16. It's just not, it's not possible. But you pay for the amount of viewers you have. I kind of mentioned that. I was like, that's probably where it's going to end up.
This is
and
not.
that is what
This is not funny, but like imagine how many people just like quit their jobs after that thing came out, and
No.
then
No
no,
one
come
quit their
on,
job.
people definitely did that
no
shit
one quit their jobs, Aly. No shot. No
and
shot.
signed up for Kick. I was like, I'm gonna do this.
It was just a piece of, it was nothing signed.
I know,
Nothing.
but
No one did. No one. And if you were stupid enough to, you're an idiot. But
you're stupid enough to. You're an idiot.
it's true.
That's not that.
But you need to think about it, right? It makes sense. I can see a structure similar to, if you have an average of 50 viewers, you get paid $10 an hour, right? If you have 100 viewers, you get paid $15 an hour. If you get, as you move up and you meet these different criterias, then you can keep that revenue for a certain amount of time.
It's
right?
understandable,
I'm sure it's
yeah.
going to be like, hey, you average that for a month, your next payout is going to be, for that next month would be X amount of dollars per hour, right?
Yeah.
And then if you drop behind under the next month after that, it goes back down to whatever it was before.
Yeah.
That's how I would see it happening. And I think that's how I best explain like how I saw people talk about it and how it's going to be structured. And that's more realistic. Some Joe Schmo decides that he wants to start streaming some Fortnite to one viewer, is not going to get paid $16 an hour. It just doesn't make sense. That it's just free cash at that point, right? It's no company would ever do that.
Yeah.
But if you're
It's
bringing
just
value,
itch your nose. Just itch your nose, man.
if you're bringing value, I
This
have,
mustache.
one of my mustache hairs
I
keeps
see
touching.
it.
If you're bringing value to the platform, they will pay you for it.
Yeah.
Right. And I think, again, that's a lot of money for them. But I've also recently watched some interviews of people interviewing higher ups, like VPs, presidents of Kick. Again, I don't know their exact role, but they were like one of like the top 3, right?
Yeah.
And they said they were profitable in Q1.
That's
right?
nuts. I just
And
don't understand. Can they
said
show the books?
One brand deal or one deal that they made them profitable.
Can they show the books? Can they just tell us? You
They
know?
will. I'm sure they have to. There's going to have to be public knowledge of these things. It's
Someone's
not.
got to audit the fuck out of them. You know?
But regardless, these deals are making them profitable
Yeah.
according to the person that was doing the interview. Again, don't know how true it is, but that's just what I'm saying. It would be very difficult for them to be saying these things just to get debunked. It'd be bad for image, right?
So I
he's
was
not just going to say that.
Yeah, I was waiting for a Twitch rebuttal, and I thought they were moving in the right direction, but then you again broke it down for me, and I was like, oh crap, I'm wrong. So can you tell?
I was in
me-
Mexico.
Yeah.
And Aly texted me like, oh, dude, so many great updates for you. Like, partners are getting 70-30 again. I'm like, oh, that's sick, And
Yeah.
I'm not looking into it. I'm just drunk on tequila, just trying to hang out with my buddies. And next thing you know, I like really start to look into it, and it doesn't apply to me. It doesn't. It applies to the 1% of the 1%, right?
Yeah.
So there's like 40,000, give or take, 41,000 partners out there for Twitch. And I would say it helps like 1,000 of them,
Yeah.
right? And that's nuts, right? Yes, it's a step in the right direction for Twitch, but do I think they should be doing what YouTube's doing, 70-30 for everybody? They just need to eventually find a way to get there. But if the way you think about it, they're going to Amazon and being like, we need to start paying these people more money, or that hole that we're burning in your pocket, it's going to be even bigger because we're not going to be earning more, right? We're losing XQC, who literally was the highest or the most popular streamer on the platform for the last like 6 years.
Yeah.
Right. And he's just gone 100 million. Boom. Not exclusive, by the way. It's really funny. He went live on Twitch the day after he signed the deal. It's really funny. I don't know.
That's ballsy. Good for him.
Yeah,
I mean,
he can
fuck
do what he
it.
wants. But yeah, things like that are happening. And I think everyone's like, okay, it's a step in the right direction, but just they're not there yet. Right. And during that interview where they were announcing all these things for Twitch, it was a little bit nicer to kind of see faces from the company explaining these things and explaining where they're at. And it definitely felt like they were dancing around some questions, right? And dancing like they don't have the answers yet. But I think it was just nice to actually hear from the horse's mouth, like, this is happening, right? And then someone did ask if it was like, do we expect more, right? Or is this it? And they want to do more. They just need to figure out how to that, because again, Amazon's paying the foot in the bill. Right?
I understand everything's a business. People need to make money in the business. So this leads to our issue. We didn't realize, we talked in the past how we always need to cover our ass. And we, again, do not know what's going on. But a conversation that was brought up to us is that Twitch could possibly be bought. And we don't like.
I don't think it's likely. It's not.
But it could happen, and we need to start outsourcing and figuring out a backup plan. It's time.
So
it's at that time for a backup plan.
Do I think they're going to get purchased? I'm going to say no.
Can they just vanish out of thin air?
It's not going to vanish. It's kind of like, I mean, anything can happen, right? Do I think it completely goes out? No. I just think they keep pulling back. I don't think it's ever going to go away. It's just going to become shittier, if anything, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to move in the right direction now with the 70-30 for some partners.
Are they really trying, though?
They are in the hole. They're non-profitable. They're not.
Just doesn't make sense.
So now, like, they're trying to figure out ways to try to keep the heavies around, right? Like, look, we still offer all of the amazing features and the integrations and these events and all these things. And for those big creators, maybe they wouldn't move as quickly because they're getting the 70-30.
Yeah.
Okay? But again, like myself, maybe at one point I met those requirements. I just don't meet those requirements anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of my subs on Twitch are thankfully like gifteds and people that are trying to support and get more people into the stream and things like that. And Prime subs, like, I'm a big advocate of that because, again, it's like Amazon's money. Like, why not spend it? Like, everyone pays the $60 a year for those things. And why not spend that extra money that we would get, right? Also, that 70-30 split, I think primes don't apply, by the way.
Yeah, they don't.
Okay. So, like, you're getting a bunch of Prime subs. Let's just say you get 1,000, you're a big streamer. But those 1,000 are still 50-50 because they're free, right? For the users to give to you.
Yeah.
And where, like, I think is weird and I still don't really comprehend is the whole ad revenue and how, like, Twitch forces you to watch ads. Like, even on YouTube, like, creators can choose to have them or not, or what kind of ads. I mean, Twitch has pre-rolls. They have all these things, and they give you a shit cut of those ads, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're one of these guys like XQC that are streaming to 40,000 people a day, it just makes no sense, right? Like, the fractions, it doesn't, you know? But again, these different platforms somehow have the ability of not having you, like, give you the freedom of choosing, you know, if you want them or not. And even back in the day, I used to love it when people used to have the opportunity of watching ads on Twitch and then it gives them incentive because when you're watching, it's like, it's not that bad because I'm earning biddies to then give back to your favorite streamer. You know what I mean?
Something that worries me about this is, I guess, a whole different topic, but it will relate back to what we're talking about, is starting this podcast, being unfiltered and saying how we feel in the moment and then changing our opinion and changing our route and have people thinking that we're going back on our word.
No,
And I don't necessarily think we're going back on our word. We're just learning more about others. And we realize we're the only ones in this world that will protect ourselves. And we need to do that the best that we can. And I think the best way to do that is always have a backup plan. And we never thought that we needed a backup plan, but we do. We just do.
No, I mean, I think the way I see it is everyone who starts to grow on one social media platform, let's just take it for TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
The goal always is to now diversify. You want it to monetize multiple different platforms. You want Instagram, you want YouTube, you want, what is that, Snapchat. You want all these different ways of connecting with your audience and earning money. I think kind of opening my eyes, I need to do that with my streaming platform. I'm allowed to stream elsewhere while under my partner contract. I just can't do it at the same time, right? So I think it's important for me to get to the point where I at least have affiliate on Kick. I think, do a couple streams there a week, maybe an hour. We switch to Kick. I take a page out of like Daddy Gus's, or DG the 99 now, out of his book, and allows him to just have that freedom of kind of jumping around and feeling out what happens with these streaming platforms. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of like debate right now. What's going to happen with Twitch? What's happening with Kick? And it would be unprofessional for us not to prepare for all situations, right?
Yes.
This is our well-being. This is our living. I feel like we need to.
And we have to stop thinking that it's selfish for us to do what's best for us.
The way
we have to put
loyalty
ourselves
thing,
first.
the loyalty thing is a big thing for me, right? Like, I take pride in having someone be a 51-month sub or 53-month sub in my Twitch channel. Like, Nianis has been there from the freaking beginning. And then if I decide at some point go to Kick, that is gone. Like thousands and thousands of dollars of people's money that gifted to be top of the leaderboard or to be the biggest donator or to be the thing, all those statistics just go away, right? And it's a fresh new start. And then it's like, I just feel bad for the people that have been my day ones on Twitch with the first badge and all these things. And it's just be like, oh, I'm out because, I want an extra paycheck, like that's not why we would move. It's just because we think it's best for us as a platform to grow, to do things. There's even a newest feature that they say it's called Kicks. It's like Twitch's bits that they're starting to try to integrate.
Wow.
But the coolest part, and again, I don't know too much about it, but there's ways of not only earning those bits or kicks rather, and you're not only giving them to the streamer, but you can choose to give them to the audience of the streamer.
Oh.
So it's like, thank you for supporting Danny. Here's X amount of kicks. And you'll be able to take those off the platform and it'll be cash.
What the fudge?
So it's not only like people would be supporting you, but people would be supporting your community as well.
That's wild.
So like that was a cool aspect, a cool thing that they might do, right? And again, all these things are like the integration for like Streamlabs, Stream Elements, and things like that are super important to me because I like having a nice like full production when I stream and all these different effects and things that are run through OBS and all these different programs I'm using as a chatbot. Like those things are important to me and they're just not there yet for Kick, right? And I think they're growing. I think they have a potential. It's just there's a lot going on right now, and I feel like Twitch is trying. They're not showing it very well. I feel like they're trying to help with the 70-30 for some people, but they need to just do it like YouTube eventually. They need to figure out how to somehow everyone who's affiliated 70/30, boom, boom, and everyone would be happy. They're
Yeah.
back in the fucking swing of things. That extra what, 25% that they would get, they make it up in just being the platform, the integration of downloading your VODs and clips and stuff. Those things differentiate your TwitchCon, all these Twitch live events and tournaments and all these things. That's the value they bring that I wouldn't mind giving up that extra 25%, right?
Yeah. I mean, Twitch just looks like assholes right now, and they haven't brought themselves out of it.
It doesn't help that like this whole pro kick movement, and then everyone just
They have an army.
they do.
It's
It's scary.
interesting.
It's scary, and like they are not afraid to like
Throw some shit in Twitch's face.
yeah, like with all the Twitch and all the ad things, they literally tweeted like an employee of the month sign and put Twitch's logo on it, and they tweeted that.
Yeah, I like it. I do like it. It's
Because
funny.
it's like, I get it. Well, I'll take the abuse of being a Twitch streamer. I just think eventually Twitch is going to be like held over the fire. It's either make changes or you're dead.
Yeah.
And that is where I'm hoping they make the right decision, because I don't want to go anywhere. I don't. I love it. I love it.
I mean, I'm thinking about it. It's not just losing the community, but we will lose part of our, job, because people put their names on our stream, and that's payment for us and the viewership. And if that, again, we're fucked, and we have to start thinking about ourselves. And I know you're not gonna say we're fucked.
We're not fucked.
We're
not.
are.
Aly. Look, at the end of the day, 90% of the brands that work with us are because of our TikTok. I don't have a large enough audience that watch you on a daily basis on Twitch to really ruffle feathers. I don't, right? But at the same time, do I wish to be there one day? Fuck yeah, I do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the goal. But as we grow on social medias and people become more aware of our content, that's when they start turning into the Twitch. Right now, there's a lot of people that are just, are making a switch over to different platforms and making that their main consuming because of all of these negative views on Twitch.
Yeah.
They need to save face. I think with TwitchCon and kind of bringing the morale around, like, again, just the community being all together, again, I hope they really just focus on the community and figuring out ways to
They need to dig
they need to
themselves
stop
out.
the bleeding.
Yeah.
They need to. And until they start doing the 70/30 split for everybody, every other platform's looking fucking juicy for new streamers, new content creators. Like, why would someone sign, one of these bigger creators sign for Twitch when they can go to Kick or they can go to YouTube and they make 70% of their revenue?
And obviously we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I'm telling you, like, if I was the owner of Twitch, I would be working nonstop, and I would have already had my shit together by now to come up with a better solution.
Yes and no.
I
It's
mean-
a lot harder. You're getting held. You're in handcuffs. Your hands are behind your back. Your legs are tied by Amazon. They're the ones that are footing the bill, and you're burning a hole in their pocket every single month in the negative, and you're asking for more money, a bigger hole for them to dig themselves out of.
So they just don't know how to run a business. Is that
They need to find ways to be profitable.
I don't understand how they're not, though. That's what they need to show us. Like, why are they not profitable? Maybe if you come out there with that transparency and be like, I'm not profitable because this, and this is why we do the split.
Everyone
but how are you
has
taking such a
their
huge
own
cut?
opinions, but we don't know what's going on behind the counter.
What were
do
your
you think they honestly think these things were a good decision? No, right? But they needed to figure out ways of stop the bleeding from Amazon. They took it out on the community, and it was unfortunate. But now they're trying to make it up, and it sucks that we're in the situation because, again, I do love the platform.
Yeah.
It's just, again, as a creator, as someone that does this for a living, right? Maybe not necessarily the streaming as being the main like breadwinner of all the different things, but it does help a lot with our income and saving and plan for the future and stuff like that.
Did you see the new scandal on Twitch about Twitch and Harris Heller, the Twitch employee?
No.
A Twitch employee went into Harris Heller's stream, Twitch
Oh, I
staff.
saw it.
Yeah. And like he couldn't block them, he couldn't do whatever. But I mean, goddamn, how many bullets can they take in one, you
Man, the
know?
man, I don't know. He's probably gone already, to be honest.
They had to give him the boot, but like I don't even
He
think
could have
they,
been drunk. He could have been whatever. I have no idea.
But
But
this
like,
is the shit. Like
but still, Harris Heller's making videos. Happy that they're starting to make the move. He was part of the people that were asking questions when Twitch was doing their live stream of all the different things that they're trying to bring when they announced the 70-30 split. And he asked if that, again, he was the one that asked about, is this it, or are you trying to push for 70-30 for everybody? He's like, look, we would love to try to give more. We're trying to figure it out, but we're trying to figure out how to do that with what we have to give, right?
yeah.
And I don't think it's them. I don't think it's Twitch. I think it's really just Amazon just being cucks and just not.
Amazon is being a little douchey because I pay for their membership and they do not even deliver in the time that they say they're going to deliver. So why
Yes.
am I paying for that membership?
Yes.
And I got a lot of beef with them because I'm returning packages and they're saying that they don't get them and they're trying to steal my money. So maybe they're trying to steal my money to make up for the Twitch.
Aly, so I understand you're not the biggest fan of Amazon right now. I get it, but they're holding Twitch over the fire, and I think Twitch, unfortunately, just had to just take it out on us. It's fucked up.
I mean, all of this we just don't know. We're guessing and we don't have
There's a
information
lot.
to guess. Like
There's a lot going on, right? But I think right now, as a creator, you need to do your best to protect yourself. Right?
yes. That's what we're trying to get at. But I'm still
And
fucking
I think
excited.
a lot of people, as soon as I saw the 95.5, they're like, holy shit, like my community can bring me, we can go so much farther. Like my subs go so much farther over here. And they just, without even a question, went and go.
Yeah.
I hope that all these things I'm hearing for Kick happen. And as a creator, I need to be prepared if they do, and I need to be prepared if they don't, right? Like TikTok a few months ago or 3 months ago could have just disappeared, right?
I still don't know if it is.
Regardless, right?
Yeah.
It could have disappeared. And we, in those first 2-3 years prior, we didn't do a good enough job of crossing over between people getting from TikTok, when maybe you're seeing a post like this, to YouTube, to Instagram, to whatever.
Yeah.
And then if God forbid that goes away, I still have this, right? And right now, I feel like personally, we have our eggs all in one basket.
That's why I said we're fucked, and you said we're not. Eggs in one basket means you're fucked.
Eggs in one basket for TikTok. I'm not talking about Twitch.
Oh.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
eggs in one basket.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
Twitch disappears, our main revenue is still TikTok, and we would be okay because we would just literally go to Kick and figure it out.
I think
right?
I'm just stressed
But-
because constantly all these things that are happening are out of our control, and the things that we can do that are in our control just sometimes aren't enough, and that's what frustrates me.
But you know,
It's life.
it's life. It's part of it, right? The same way, like you kind of understand that maybe the business you're working for isn't doing well, and then they're probably going to go under. So what are you going to do? You start putting your feelers out.
Start
You're going to
looking
start
for a
doing
new
your
job.
things.
It's the same thing.
It's the same process, and I think I took it too much as loyalty, and like I'm gonna
Yes.
stick with it and do my thing, and I still want to because I believe in, and I will never, I just feel bad. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I will always feel bad if I ever do leave the platform about all of the effort people have done to be where they're at and where I'm at now. And if I just started and the new counter starts over somewhere else, I would feel bad.
Our intention is obviously never to hurt anyone. Our intention is to keep doing this for as long as possible and create that content and create that community. And it's our job right now to make sure that still happens. And this is the position that we're in where we need to make sure it doesn't stop.
Yes. And we got to do no matter what it needs to be done, that if God forbid, like Twitch goes under, or Twitch continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and it's just like no one even wants to view on the platform anymore because of what they're doing to their creators. I need to be prepped and ready to jump ship and still have a floating device elsewhere, right?
Yes.
And
yeah.
instead of me having to swim and tread water for a little bit, I have something prepped, ready, backup there, right? And it's not hard. I really think my community would be super on top of like, hey, I'm going to be on Kick today. boom, they open me up, I'm there. They just watch, and then the affiliate happens, and then I would feel a little more comfortable. I know it's a little harder to get partner over there, but at the same time, just having affiliate where I can just go in and stream and just kind of pick up where I left off if God forbid something does happen.
Yeah.
That's probably where I would do it. YouTube is still very appealing to me. I just don't understand. I don't see the content that we make during streaming, because our streaming content is nowhere near what we are creating content on YouTube, like this podcast, vlogs,
we do it all
stuff, things like that. I just don't see us like really having our live stream content
conversions.
Like link with our YouTube content, right? We're trying to maybe focus on us as a couple with interests of gaming, tech, food, and relationship stuff.
Yeah.
Within our social medias, and our streaming is more of like, if you like us and you also like gaming, come hang out.
Yes.
Right. And yes, gaming's always in the background, and maybe some posts do integrate some gaming, but we're trying to focus on us as a couple and not focus directly on like gaming or a certain game, because then that limits us in the long run, right?
And this podcast also gives people an opportunity to learn more about us and the way that we feel
and the way
and
we
our
think about
values.
things.
And I like that we have this opportunity to give off more of, in a different setting, I guess, where we could just freely talk. We can do that kind of on stream, but it's easier when we're one-on-one and that type of thing.
No, 100%. And I think, as we continue to grow and our brand continues to grow and our audience turns into community, into, again, part of our like diehard family that wants to see us succeed, it I don't know how to put it. I want to say, like, as we do that, like, things are going to change, right? Like,
we're not going to change.
We're not going to change. Maybe where we post, maybe where we do things, but like, we will always be us no matter what.
We've always tried to be respectful and never leave people on cliffhangers, clickbaits, and little things like that.
Come back for part 2.
Yeah.
Like, we're not those
we
people.
Weren't. But at some point, we have to start changing it up and think about ourselves, because the things that we thought were disrespectful to our audience, it's not. It's just a different type of way of entertainment.
We've even talked to our audience. Like, we were very transparent. There was a bunch of us just talking in Discord and things like that. They were like, no, you have to do what's best for you. Like, and then hearing that from the people that maybe are number one on the list of like subs or things like that, it's like they're doing it for us, not for the freaking little number one next to their name for gifters, And I really have to just think about that a little bit more when making these decisions, and maybe talking about them, and maybe thinking a little more critically about like making sure we're good, right?
Yes. We have to understand that making sure that we're good is not being offensive to our community, because we want to put out the content and want to stay here. We thought about everything almost backwards, I feel like.
Maybe. I think that loyalty thought is always going to be in the back of my head. That means something to me, because I feel like
we care. And we might care a little too much.
Yeah, like, again, I've had my ups and downs in my streaming career. I've had moments when I had 2,700 subs, and now I'm at like 400, and it doesn't 100% relate with how I think stream's going. I think the community is strong as ever. Maybe back then it was a little more flaky, but I think it was just like, again, there were so many people that were just being so kind. They had, the money in general went a lot farther then than it does now, right? And I think, if it's just purely about the numbers, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
Right. And so I think as a total, again, like, it's not about the money. I've never been streaming for the money, and I'm not going to start now. But at the same time, what I am streaming for is to continue to grow a community.
Yes.
Because when that happens, money comes in, even if not from the community. So the more views, the more people are in my streams and more things, that's when brands and things reach out and they want to be associated. And then I get to take the big brands' money and not my community's money, right? granted, I know there will always be like the kind people that appreciate what we do, and I still just try to give the best experience for them possible.
There's
'cause
always going to be people who
yes,
don't think that we're lying, think that we're doing this. But listen, at the end of the day, we know that we're not going to please everyone. And even we have been trying to and still getting a shit response from some people. So
I don't know where you're going with this.
no, I'm saying no matter what we do, someone's always going to be mad about something. Okay. And
Yes,
we
but
put,
that's not what we were talking about.
well, you didn't let me finish.
Okay, I'm ready.
And then we put other people first. And I think if we put ourselves first, and we will get less upset and understand more that we actually are doing the right thing by putting ourselves first, and the people that are around us and support us will respect that and be by our side and understand why we make the decisions.
I get it. I get what you're saying, but like I would never. All these like haters, like oh my god, all these things, like those things go in through one ear, out through the other for me. Maybe
And
not
there
so
you
much
go.
for
In
you.
my ear, in my head,
I understand.
stay out my mouth, and I say some bad shit about you.
Yes, and that's where I think we're gonna get canceled. But again, we'll talk about that another time.
You're making me so mad.
Why? You
'Cause
know,
You keep saying that I'm going to be the reason why this whole thing comes to an end, and that's fucked.
baby.
I'm mad at you.
Though some of the
Off
things,
camera, you're fucked.
yeah, I know, but you need to understand some of the things that you're like, Danny, I want to say this to him back in the comments. I'm like, Aly, do you know what would happen to us if you said these things?
But I didn't say it.
But
I just told you I wanted to.
Thought that you wanted to. Is
You might
scary.
think some things that are not good.
Yeah, but I don't think about posting them or asking if I should. If you were like, you had it written out, you're like, what about this? Regardless, I understand what you're saying.
What?
You got to put yourself first. The community, the true ones that will understand you and get
See
you.
this fucking side eye?
Aly, I know. It is side eye. Yeah, I get it. Aly, you don't. We've been together for 7 years. I know.
I know you better than you know yourself.
I don't know about that one. But regardless, there's been a lot of new updates, a lot of things, right? And in my mind, I see three options, right? You got Twitch. Yes, it's 70-30 with a little asterisk, right? It's like 70-30 split. Oh my God, they're doing stuff for us. 1,000 people get a little bit of help, right? It's great. What's the cool thing about that? Once you meet those 350 tier ones for 3 months, you get that 70-30 split for 1 year total.
Oh, nice.
So it's not like something you have to consistently do. But if you do hit that 350 per month, you do automatically get switched. You don't have to do shit. 70-30, it's yours. Okay, for 1 full year after that.
Nice.
The hard part's doing it, right? Because again, a lot of people's subs are gifted. A lot of subs are primes, especially these larger communities. It's just, it's not, you don't have to pay to watch. So it's like, it's very difficult to get in a spot where that's possible.
Yeah.
So that's Division 1, Twitch, okay? Then you got YouTube, who's just happy to be there in the middle, 70-30 split for everybody. You create content on the platform, you stream in the same spot. If it correlates perfectly, it's a great spot for you, especially the big creators. They get paid to be there. They stream a certain amount of time, boom, they're done, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They stream, their editors cut up the videos from their live stream, and then boom, there's YouTube videos, same platform, bang, bang.
Perfect.
Okay? Great. And then you got Kick, right? I would say right now, the most controversial viewership, community-wise, right? They just, everything goes, free, whatever, boom, craziness.
Yeah, I mean, I hop on Kick and I see a shitload of titties. Like,
There's
they
a
can
lot
relax.
of fucking wild shit going on. Like, hey, grandma, watch me stream, and then she's swiping by titties on the way thing. It's just wild to me, okay? But, again, it's just, there's some growing that needs to happen over there, and a lot of integration, a lot of things. But then you get a 95-5 split, a lot of potential, huge, I think, low risk, high potential over there if what they're saying is true. Okay, if you're in that mid-range streamer, maybe even like 40, 50 to 100 viewers, like that's a very nice happy medium for you over there with a lot of like, again, you have your 400, 500 subscribers. That goes a lot farther than it would anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And you can probably make ends meet, and you might rather deal with the crappy shit just to make ends meet. Okay?
Yeah.
So there's like all these different tiers, right? And I really hope that the Kick stuff, they start to make the few changes that they need to make, like have maybe a few little guidelines, like things that you really shouldn't stream just for the well-being of the viewers, right?
Yeah.
But like then you have Twitch on the other hand that like I'm streaming CS:GO and I have to go under like adult maturity, like dude, I'm opening CS:GO cases. Like I don't need to be
Yeah, it
under
was
this
a little
category. It's
weird.
weird, but that's a new thing they're trying to integrate to keep the community safe, which I get. But there's a point of doing it too much or too little, right? I think they need to find that little middle ground. I think Kick does. I think Twitch does. I think all the platforms do. But again, I just love it how YouTube just kind of is just chilling there. They're just happy to be there, making a few changes to make it a little easier for people to become, monetized on YouTube, moving
Yeah.
their 4,000 hours to 3,000 hours. By the way, haven't seen it change on the earned
Yeah, I've been
page.
checking every day, so I don't
So
know.
like I'm waiting, like we're at that like just over 2,000 mark for the year, and we've really been starting to push out some content.
It's working.
It's working.
It's
It's
good.
definitely, and it makes me feel good, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm
Finally,
putting
something's paying off.
effort into a platform. We're making podcasts like this. We're making CS:GO opening videos. We're doing vlogs. We're doing stuff like that, and it's showing. Like the results are in the numbers, and I see it happening.
Uh-huh.
And that goal line is there, and we just have to keep pushing, keep making content, and it's something that we're both striving for, right? And I just, it's a nice platform, and if we were creating content that was more similar, like if we weren't gaming and we were just more like IRL or just chatting or traveling and doing stuff and sports and stuff, like I would be willing to stream on YouTube. I really think so, because again, the content we're making there correlates to what we're posting, right? Like Tim is streaming gaming stuff and he's posting gaming stuff,
Yeah.
right? We would be gaming on stream and then we'd be posting relationship vlogs, and it just, they don't know where they would put us. YouTube just wouldn't know where to put us.
Yeah.
Right. I think we're finding our niche right here with podcasts and letting everyone know about social media and content creation and just being transparent on everything we do. Right. And I think building our personal brand is our best thing. And I think it correlates with the opportunities we've had. Right.
Yes.
We didn't just put ourselves in this, gaming category. I'm just a gamer, and then people are just using you for ad space. People want to associate their brands with us because people like us.
I do feel lucky to have that. I think that's really cool.
And I think, opportunities that we've had, it's just unreal that I, honest to God, just haven't seen other people in our similar situation have, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what is differentiating ourselves, and we're going to continue to grind and do these things. And it's important that we just keep that first.
Yes.
It's just honest us. You'll always get us, no
Always.
matter the situation. And and then the right people will continue to surround us and enjoy our journey with us. And that's all I can ask for. And eventually we continue to grow that family, that community we
I think that's
have.
the best way to grow, is to be yourself, because you don't have to put on an act.
You don't have to do the extra yelling, the whole like stage posts of like everything you see from us is either a skit for fun, just to make fun of one of us.
And they're
or
not
the
even that funny,
situation,
but we think they're hilarious.
or it's just us, like literally me giving you my personal opinion on a mouse. And like I told everyone, even my partners, if I have an issue with a mouse or something, I'm letting you know. I'm letting the community know, like, oh yeah, look, I stepped on this HyperX mouse, like wish it could have held up a little bit better, you know what I mean? But
that didn't happen.
It didn't happen. But I'm just saying in general, right? Like if something happens, like for my cinch controller, you know what I mean? Like the button stopped clicking, it still worked, right? But I sent it back in for repair, and I let everyone know that, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like I want to be as transparent as possible, because again, once I just start, we just doing ads to get the bag, like I don't want to be that people. I want to work with brands that we use, we associate ourselves with, and we don't counter our like morals
Yes.
in any way, right?
And I think we've done an excellent job at doing that.
Yeah, no,
I have no shame. I can't
Nope.
say where I went back and I compromised something. I'm happy.
And we will never compromise. And that's one of the things that we're trying to make sure we're making the right decisions about our streaming platform we decided to go on. Me and Aly are both on Twitch. She's an affiliate. I'm a partner. Danny Bartok here. Danny and Aly
I
from
hit
her.
1,200 followers.
That's huge.
I know.
That's huge.
And I'm not even like promoting it and telling that many people.
No.
So I don't know. It's kind of cool. So imagine if I did put in the work and share it. I'm just a little bit scared.
No, completely. Again,
People are
streaming
fucking mean.
Streaming is a scary place. It's a scary thing to do. It seems fun, but there's a lot of
Yesterday,
other stuff.
This bot Brooke rated me, and she brought in her community, and we were just talking, and I was just like, yeah, I get nervous. I don't know what to do. And everyone was just talking back with me, and I felt good.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with people. They were enjoying it. We were just speaking our opinions. We were talking about random things. It was good. And in that moment, I didn't give a shit about anything else. And that is what I love. And to experience that for one of the first times was thrilling.
No, it really means a lot, that those raids and stuff, like it really means a lot, especially when you're getting these larger ones, and they're trusting their community with you.
Like
right?
she played Rocket League and she brought them in for CSGO.
They saw you. It's a new,
I got a few new followers and friends.
Yeah, that's it. Right. And that's all you can really ask for is just to continue to grow on a daily basis, protect yourself whenever you need to. Yeah.
And they told me, they were like, you're doing great. And I was like, thanks, guys.
Yeah, no, it's finding those people that want to be a part of the community and part of your journey that like you for you.
Yeah.
And as soon as, you don't want to be one of those streamers that are running customs every day just to make ends meet because people need somewhere to play, right? You want to be someone that, like, when you stop those customs, that they're going to continue to come back, right?
Yeah.
And they want to be there for you, not because you're convenient or you allow them to, kill you and they could be on your screen and that's why they want to be in your stream, right?
Yeah.
You want to be someone that they care about and they have a connection with. You don't want to be that guy that I'm done with COD or I'm done with Apex. Like, let me just play League for a day and then have no one be like, dude, you're not running customs, man. I'm out of here. That is the worst. And I've made that mistake.
Yeah.
I ran my Fortnite customs. I did my Call of Duty customs because, again, viewership was fucking awesome. It's like, who can kill the streamer, man?
That
but
viewership
those things
was
were
not
fucking
worth.
miserable. I was mentally fucking drained.
You were not having fun. You hated streaming and we're like, stop the customs. Stop.
Stop it.
It took about 2 years to bring them back. We kept saying, oh yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Yeah,
we're
but
like,
then
no,
now
I'm
it's
scared.
perfect because I played with CSGO. There's only like freaking 8 other people other than us.
And they're all respectful.
And they're all respectful. They're part of the
understand.
community. I don't have to announce it. I don't have to post about running customs. I don't have to do shit. I just go on. I play with the people I love that care about us, that want to spend time with us. That's all that matters.
There really hasn't been, knock on wood, any toxic stuff. Everyone's so kind to each other. And I trust that even if we're not on the other team with them, that there are other people on there taking care and making sure that there are other people that are respectful to each other.
Yeah. I can't agree more. And again, a full circle, coming back to the streaming platform, it's like you could do that anywhere. It's just finding the platform that's best for you. But it can't hurt to prep yourself and kind of get a fucking safety or a safety boat on both sides of the boat.
Yeah,
depending on what's going on, feeling it out. If the boat's going to go over that way or if the boat's going to go this way, you got somewhere to jump to, hold on for dear life, and then continue your journey towards the shore.
It's like, how people have bunkers? We need to have our own fucking bunker.
Yeah, we got to protect ourselves. We got to have the squirrel's got to have his nuts somewhere, and you got to figure out where you're going to place them.
Just kidding.
I'm just going to let that one go before I say something that's probably shouldn't be said. But yeah, those are the things that me and Aly are talking about a lot now, especially with the new updates and stuff that are coming out from all these platforms. We're going to continue to be completely on top of all of these different things and hearing other creators out, streamers that, maybe have streamed on YouTube that moved to Kick, or streamed from Twitch that are moving to Kick.
We're going to keep doing our research and open to ears. So leave your comments below about what platform you like and your opinions, because again, we would love to hear them. We need people to open our eyes, and we need more information.
Yeah.
And the only way we can do that is hearing from others.
And I think it's very important to actually listen to what we're saying. Like I mentioned it very briefly on stream yesterday. I was like, maybe I just go for an affiliate on Kick just so I have it as a safety net.
And then someone said,
And
you're
it's like,
switching to
you're
Kick.
switching to Kick. I'm
Hey.
like, hey, whoa,
It's not
buddy.
what we said. So don't twist words and actually listen to what we're saying, the reasoning behind it, and why everything
Yes.
is happening in our thoughts.
Yes, and it's okay to have a safety net.
It's okay to change how you feel.
Yes, according to conversation, right? That's the biggest thing. I am not like super pro Twitch, fuck everything else. It's not it. You need to have a critical mind, hear people out, consume information, and make a good, honest decision that's best for you.
Don't be
And
stubborn.
we are doing that. We're thinking about it. Don't be stubborn. We are focused on trying to find a home for our community, wherever that may be. I'm not sure. Right now, it is Twitch. We're going to be there until we decide that it's not the best spot for us, but we will continue to find opportunities elsewhere to see what comes about. Right?
Perfectly said, yeah.
And we're going to always be ready. We're going to adapt. We want to do this for the rest of our lives. We want to be prepped. We want to be in a spot where we can take care of a family and to do this full time. And we're going to do anything it takes to make that happen, right? And I'm not just going to go down with the ship, because as much as I would love to, because I love the platform, but we need to figure out what's next for, what's going to grow in the next 10 years, where the happy place is, right? And
I would say don't be dumb. Keep your options open. And
Yes.
we were dumb and we didn't keep our options open, but we're learning. We're teaching you and we're learning as we're going along. We were
Yes.
not open.
it's part of being unfiltered. I can tell you that, like, where I once said, like, I'm not going anywhere, like, I'm, boom, boom, boom. I need to do what's best for me and Aly. And right now, I still think that's Twitch.
Yes.
I honestly do. I really hope they make more changes in going in the right direction. But there's going to come to a point when there's going to be a deciding day that Amazon's literally holding them over the fire, and it's either you make the right changes or you don't. And that's going to be the deciding factor for me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's happening before or after TwitchCon, but again, we keep saying that TwitchCon is going to be a huge. I'm
I
gonna
can't-
fucking turn the fuck up at TwitchCon.
I'm
not gonna lie.
I can't wait to see people. There's so many people from the community going. I want to be I don't know how to be associated with like the Twitch Rivals stuff. I know
already
that there's
tried.
less. I know there's less opportunities now.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to, like,
I'm
save
trying.
money.
I'm gonna see if I can make this shit happen.
But like I've been there for so long, right? I would just like to just be a part of something like an event. I know HyperX is going to be there. I know there's a bunch of other like Power GPU and
yeah.
all these other partners I'm with, and I can't wait to just do the events with them and see people that just walking that recognize us and just spend time and talk to the people that consume our content, because at the end of the day, they're the reason why we do this every day. Not only because we enjoy it, because other people enjoy it. So yeah, no, I'm very excited for TwitchCon. I get to see so many amazing people that I haven't actually met in person yet. I get to meet,
Yeah.
and little
cool.
things like that again is an added plus for Twitch, because I don't see a KickCon coming. I'm sure there probably will be.
It's probably
gonna
in
be
Vegas
fucking-
at the
There's
casino.
gonna be a casino. Yeah, it's gonna
I'm
be wild.
going too. Fuck it.
But no, it's going to be interesting, and I'm very excited to see what the future looks like for streaming.
Yeah.
I don't want to drag it on any more than that, because again, competitiveness is important, right? When Twitch was its own thing, and they could do what the fuck they wanted with us because they had us by the balls, really, right?
Yeah.
And now, like, these bigger creators are going to at one point Mixer, now YouTube, and all these different things. It's making Twitch and Amazon fucking all on edge, and they need to make the right decisions. If they don't, they're just going to crumble, in my opinion. But it's a great platform. There's a lot of things that they're doing that a lot of other platforms should be doing,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of things that they should be doing that other platform, or vice versa, right?
I got you.
Yeah. And yeah, competitiveness is good in this realm. I think Ninja's being one of the
They're
first
stirring
ones
the
that
pot.
are,
I like pot stirring.
pot stirring is good, and we'll see who has the
it's
best
pot
stew
stirring.
at the end of the day.
Ooh, pot stirring is good unless it affects our future. So that's what kind of like.
Yeah,
I think I lied. I think I lied a little bit. I'm sorry.
But All in all, we're good.
We're great. What's your favorite type of soup? Not asking you. Well, I guess you could tell me.
Cream of
Turkey. No, it's turkey. You tell me it's turkey.
Or just a good chicken noodle.
The code I left in the last video, they found it. So people did watch it to the end. I was like, ah! So I'm going to ask them. Code. This is the code for this video. What is your favorite soup?
Okay. Yeah, right below. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for listening to yet another podcast. Oh my God, that one almost didn't come out.
Yeah,
this is our 10th podcast, actually.
Number 10?
Number 10. So please continue to like, follow, or subscribe, or whatever.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we love you. We appreciate you. And thank you for all the info and being there for us and everything. So
have a good day, my friends.
See ya.
Did your leg fall asleep?
A little bit.
I